We're so glad to have Abby Sweet here with us from Purdue Extension.
Hi.
And Abby, today we are talking about pasture management.
Yes, so spring is finally here. So it's a good time to keep in mind some tips for managing your livestock pastures. First off, if you haven't done so recently, it's a good idea to do soil sampling and testing. This should be done every 3 years. You need to send, once you have your soil samples collected, on the Purdue Agronomy website, there's a list of facilities that you can send your samples off to. It generally costs around $15, but these facilities are good for accuracy and best test protocol. It's also a good idea to walk through or scout your pastures weekly. This way you can observe plant regrowth. You can also identify what plants are growing in your pastures. Also identify what weeds may be growing in your pastures. And if you need to do anything to take care of those as well. It's also important that less than 10% of the soil should be showing in your pastures. If you have more than that, you might be overgrazing. You might need to rotate your pastures more. Maybe you have too many animals per acre, so that's something that you definitely need to look into. Good pasture management is important for improving forage quality, which in turn improves nutrition for your livestock species. It also improves the environment, improves animal health, also reduces input costs. So overall, good pasture management practices are good for reducing your costs as well as improving the livelihood of your livestock species.
Absolutely, a lot of useful information there for producers. For people who are looking to get into farming, or for producers who might have a few questions, why should they use the resources at Purdue Extension?
Yeah, so Purdue Extension, we can help you with your soil sampling and getting started with that because it's a pretty confusing process and it varies from farm to farm. However, we don't do any soil testing, but we can definitely help you sending those samples off to those facilities that are listed on the Purdue Agronomy website. All right, a lot of really good information there. As always, if you have more questions, 812-462-3371. Abby, as always, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you. All right.